Good evening and welcome to episode 52. As always, we will start with our gratitude attitude. So please gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, relax your body. Take another deep breath. As you breathe out, relax some more. Take one more deep breath. And this time, completely let yourself go. Now, think of one thing that you are thankful for that happened in the past 1 week. Once you have identified that, think about why you are thankful. And now let's set it free. If you're by yourself, say it out loud what you are thankful for and why. If you are with someone, tell it to each other. Okay, so today I want to talk about this victim mindset. Have you noticed that some people always ask, why me? I was reading an article about some royalty somewhere. We shall not name names. And notice that they were complaining about how they were getting attention in the media while appearing for a media interview. How crazy is that? Now, these people have everything one could ask for. They were born with a silver spoon in the mouth, if you will. Literally. I bet a majority of people in this world would happily swap places with them. Even then, they thought they had this miserable life, and everything that went wrong was a direct result of someone else's action. So today, I want to talk about this victim mindset and how that is detrimental to our health and our progress. People who have a victim mindset always have this scarcity mindset, if you will. They always feel that they have to compete for everything and with everyone. Some people wake up in the morning and are looking for things and others just to blame. That's a no way to live a life. Let me tell you an interesting story actually. About 20 years ago, a good friend of ours was diagnosed with a terminal cancer. Once we found out, I would call and talk with him maybe once every week or two, just to have a conversation and cheer him up. He was in an amazing mindset. During one of those conversations, I casually asked him that if he thought, his cancer had anything to do with the type of place he was working at. And what he told me was so profound, it stayed with me to date. He said, "Why not me? Why am I so special that a disease will skip me?" He went on to say that he never complained and asked, "Why me?" when things were going great, when he had everything he wanted. All of a sudden, I had a newfound respect for my friend. You see, he accepted life as it came. There was no complaining or looking for blame or anything like that. Not trying to figure out why, let alone why me. So, people with a victim mindset, on the other hand, try to blame other people for their own problems. They also tend to feel sorry for themselves. They have a negative attitude about almost every situation they come across. And because of this negativity, they seem to attract people with a similar mindset. So that creates its own downward spiral. In general, they don't take responsibility for their actions. People with a victim mindset develop a setup of negative behaviors that are difficult to turn around. For example, they believe their life is somehow harder than everyone else's, and they are always looking for pity. They are pessimistic in nature and risk averse. They have this sense of entitlement. And sometimes politicians are promoting a victim mindset because that is a lot easier than actually solving the problems. It's always easy to throw money at a problem than actually solve it, right? Because when someone throws money at it, at least they can say, "I tried," but they know it's not going to do anything about it. If one persists with a victim mindset, they may end up with a permanent guilt or even depression. They may become resentful for other people and develop a tendency to thrive on drama. I love that. Good thing though that there is hope. The best people, the best way to help people with a victim mindset is to show them the power of generosity. If they begin practicing generosity, their ego will diminish and it will allow them to see the bigger picture. Another antidote is gratitude. A gratitude mindset creates an abundant mindset, which is exactly the opposite of scarcity or victim mindset. If they begin to develop a gratitude mindset, eventually they will see the abundance and positivity in their lives. It's not easy to change someone who has developed a victim mindset, but with a few months of gratitude practice, along with generosity, you'll begin to see the real results. Why am I saying all this? Because we all know someone who has a victim mindset. And I want to make sure that if there is someone in our life who has a victim mindset, we try our best to pull them out of it, if you will, to show them the power of gratitude, the power of generosity, and the power of abundance mindset so they get out of this downward spiral. That's the whole purpose of all this. So, in today's meditation, as always, we'll settle down at our hearts and then let's try to imagine our mind is this vast, bright, sunny sky, and thoughts are clouds that come and go. We'll observe the thoughts that may come and disappear in this vast, empty sky. We won't give it any attention. If a thought comes, we won't chase it, just acknowledge it, observe it, and notice that will disappear. And then focus on this empty like nature of space. So that's the plan. If you are ready, let's get into our meditation posture. If you can, sit in a cross legged position. If you are on a chair, just make sure your legs are straight. Keep your spine erect, shoulders leveled. Gently close your eyes. Keep your mouth just a little bit open. So any tension you may have in your jaws will disappear. Keep your palms in your lap, right over left, thumbs gently touching each other. Now, take a deep breath. As you exhale, relax all your muscles. Take another deep breath. As you exhale, completely let yourself go. Keep your focus on the sensation of your breath at your nostrils. Feel the cool air as you breathe in. Feel slightly warmer air as you breathe out. Continue to focus on the sensation of your breath for about a minute or so on your own. Now, bring your attention at the center of your heart. Imagine everything that happened before this moment melts into light and disappears. Things that have not yet happened are not real anyway. So it is just this moment. Enjoy the peace this moment brings. Let this moment's peace bring the next peaceful moment. Now, observe the empty like nature of your mind, the vast blue sky. Your thoughts are like clouds in that sky. Clouds come and clouds disappear. Thoughts are just like that, fleeting. If a thought arises, just observe it. Don't chase it, and it will disappear in the empty like sky. That is your mind. Remember, there is nothing to do, nowhere to go. If you find yourself thinking, just observe it. It will disappear. And then enjoy the empty like nature of your mind. If your thoughts have hijacked you in some other world, please come back. Go back to sensation of your breath for about 5 to 10 breaths. It will calm you down. Remember, there is nothing to do, nowhere to go. Just enjoy. Enjoy the peaceful, empty sky nature of your mind for a minute or so on your own. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. Okay. Any questions?
Yeah, well, so nearby, we talked about the antidotes, right, for people with victim mentality. So
Right.
when you work with them, or when do we make them realize, like do you talk to them, like, look, you have this mentality, and let's work on changing it, or you just work with them?
Well, it depends how close you are, right? If someone, for example, if someone's in my family, my friend, right, then I gently, introduce gratitude practice to them. I've done it. Say,
Hmm.
every time I meet, let's start with gratitude attitude, right?
Hmm.
And over time, that makes an impact. Also, if I have an influence, I'll take them to volunteer place when I'm going myself, right? Because that's a form of generosity
Hmm.
without, you know, calling it in that many words, right?
Right, right,
So if I have influence on that, then that's the best way to do it. Now, if you're working with someone, is your colleague or someone, that makes it difficult, right? Then it's
right.
not our place to kind of say anything.
Hmm. Yeah, because I mean, usually, at workplace and stuff with teams, this is a very very common thing, right? I mean, everybody
Yeah,
comes with you like, I'm working so hard, I'm tired. Like, I mean, that's what everything starts with, right?
yeah, yep. And,
all,
one
all
thing,
my conversations typically start with, if I'm not there, you'll be dead, right?
yeah, but if it's someone in your team, then
Yeah.
try every meeting you start with, try with a gratitude practice,
Mhm.
right? Whether it's a one-on-one meeting with them or in a group setting,
Yeah.
because that kind of sets the tone, right?
Yeah.
When someone's thinking what they are thankful for, it's tough to complain about things,
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
they kind of don't go together.
Mm.
So that's why I always, for 15 years now, I think I always started all my meetings with gratitude attitude, and it makes a tremendous difference. Because once you set that habit, like I used to have that with my employees, right, where uh, there's never enough time, never enough, how that is.
Mhm. Mhm.
And every time they'll come to my office, no matter what it is, we'll start with this gratitude practice. And so before they came to my office, one guy actually told me that. He says, before I come see you, I have to think about what I'm going to say on my gratitude practice, right? Now we are changing the thought process.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
try that.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
perfect. Any other questions?
Have a certain number of gratitudes, or just one thing that you're thankful for, or
One is
does
enough.
it matter?
One
One's
is
enough.
enough. Yeah, because see, if you are meeting someone and if you're doing this practice on a daily basis,
Hmm.
to come up with one thing which is not trivial, right? Uh, on a daily basis is not easy for a lot of people. A
Yeah.
lot of people just don't see good in this world, if you will, right?
Yeah.
Uh, uh, you know, most common thing I used to see is that, oh, I'm thankful for my wife and my kid. I mean, and I tell them, let's get a little bit deeper than that, right? Because that's the low hanging fruit, right? And it takes some time, but I think if we do on a regular basis, I think it's a very powerful thing in my opinion.
Thank you. Thanks for
Okay, should I? I'm going to go and stop.